You better share this with people. That's your due diligence. And to the angel of the church of Philadelphia write these things. Saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that has the key of David, he that opens and no man shuts, and shuts and no man opens. The sheep go in and out of the pen. The porter's in the gate. Yeshua is the gate. Nailed to a sure place. The sure place is Yeshua. What he's whispering in your ear, shout from the housetops. The sheep will hear his voice. I know your works. I have set before you an open door that no man can shut, for thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before your feet, to know that I have loved you. Because thou hast kept my word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take your crown. But there's certain dummies that had the key of David, and they tossed it into the dung heap for someone else to take it. So you might as well come and take it. Because those guys that follow the Lamb wherever they go, have no guile on their mouth, so on and so forth, are virgins because they have the key of David. They get kept from the hour of temptation. But woe to the inhabitants of the earth, for the devil is cast down unto you. But they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell into them. But woe, who's dwelling in the heavens? The 144,000. And no man could learn that song, but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins, the wise virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and unto the Lamb. First fruits, fig tree. But woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short season. That's the tribulation period, the great tribulation. And when the dragon saw that he was cast to the earth, this is the dragon that the woman's riding, this is the Chaldeans, this is the Catholic Church, this is the Christian Church, this is the synagogues, all of them. The whole church is apostate for different various reasons. People will say, well, why is the Jewish churches, why are they apostate? Because they don't love their neighbor as themselves. They keep the Chaldean Sabbath from evening to evening. They don't have the day dawning in their heart. They may be a Jew on the outside, but not inside. And watch out, those of you who are joining to them. Because I'll tell you something, I'm aware of a particular synagogue. And what that synagogue produces is a lot of wicked people. Very, very controversial and disobedient and arrogant. Because they don't even know what the book says. And I've dealt with them a lot. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly away into the wilderness, into the place where she is nourished for times and half a time from the face of the serpent. Well, that's your second Exodus right there. That's what it is. I don't know how people can't understand that once it's been shown to them, but it's all through your Old Testament. So the serpent is cast out of his mouth, water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. That's Isaiah 28 against the drunkards of Ephraim. And the earth helped the woman, opened up her mouth, and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yeshua, Messiah. Well, guess who that is? Those that go into captivity. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. They have to wait until the tribulation is over. You see? The woman is different than the remnant of her seed that keep the commandments. See, they messed up, but they're still the brethren, and that's why there's a difference between 1 Thessalonians 1 or 1 Thessalonians 4 and 1 Thessalonians 5. There's a difference. This is the people. I'm not going to read it. I really want to go to Isaiah 28 again. When the devil gets cast down, this flood, woe to the crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower, which is on the head of the fat valleys of them which are overcome with wine. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, a tempest of hail, a destroying storm, a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to earth with the hand. The crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, shall be trodden under feet. And the glorious beauty which is on the head of the fat valleys shall be a fading flower as the hasty fruit before the summer, spring. There's only one day you should be watching for, one season that you should be watching for. Well, certain people anyway. For a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people, and for a spirit of judgment to him that sitteth in judgment, and for strength to them that turn the battle to the gate. The what? The gate. The gate. The gate. The key of David. The gate. And it'll come to pass in that day that I will call my servant Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, and I will clothe him with thy robe and strengthen him with thy girdle, and I will commit thy government into his hand, and he shall be as a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. And the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder, so he shall open and none shall shut, and he shall shut and none shall open. And I will fasten him as a nail in a sure place, and he shall be for a glorious throne to his father's house. And they shall hang upon him the glory of the father's house, the offspring and the issue, the vessels of small quantity, and the vessels of cups, and all the vessels of flagons. In that day, saith the Lord of hosts, shall the nail that is fastened in the sure place be removed and cut down and fall, and the burden that was upon it shall be cut off, for the Lord hath spoken it. So Yeshua is the gate, and he gives to his servants the key of David, and you need to learn the key of David. The sheep, the porter's in the gate. Yeshua is the gate, and the sheep can come and go because no man can shut that door. And that, in a nutshell, is a fast, and it has to do with your faith. Has to do with your faith. Has to do if you're doing the work too. You know? If you're married, your spouse has to be in agreement. You can't just shut somebody down because that would be contrary to the law. So both you and your wife or wife and husband both have to be in agreement. That is in 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and 7. Yeshua taught it in Matthew 12 and 19, I think it is. There's a little tidbit in 19. It's about being a eunuch for the kingdom of heaven's sake, keeping you from the hour of temptation. It's a 3-day fast. David had it. 1 Samuel chapter 21, 2 Samuel chapter 11. That's why the Hittite guy, Uriah the Hittite, he wouldn't go into his wife for 3 days in a row. And he got killed on the 3rd day. Because the 3rd day would have been the Sabbath day. The reason why is he could go and fight on the Sabbath day because he had the key of David. It was to do good for Israel, to protect them. That's what the key of David is. That's why the disciples could eat the corn, breaking the Sabbath. That's why the guy could carry his mat. Get up and walk, get to work, is what he's telling them. And don't do evil or something worse will happen to you. That's what he says, right? Don't sin no more or something worse will happen to you. There's a lesson about the key of David right in there. And those who had the commandment and then turned from it, returned to the drunkards of Ephraim, their latter end is worse than the beginning.